In this week's article, I want to talk about some of the issues we have when it comes to weed control and the complexity of the solutions that we're going to have going forward when it comes to controlling hard to control weeds. Hi, I'm Mike Zwingman, Agronomy R&D Manager for Central Valley Ag. This is your Monday Agronomy Update video that coincides with the ReachOut article on the CVA blog site. When I drive around the country today, I see a lot of soybean fields that look pretty clean, look pretty nice. I also see a fair number of soybean fields that don't look so clean and don't look so nice. What's the difference in those two fields? Some of it is in the chemistry and technologies we use. Some of it is in the planning we've used throughout that weed control season starting in the fall. But as we get to talking about those things, it becomes more complicated and sometimes really highly emotional. With the new technologies on the market, it raises the complexity we have when it comes to application timings, application selections, application nozzle selections, and even the conditions in which we make those applications. In some of the technologies, it means we need to get out earlier and we need to do a better job of getting foundation residual controls out in the field and protecting that seed bed all the way from the start. I want you to focus on what the real problem is. The real problem isn't the technology we use. It's not the different herbicides on the market. The real problem is weeds like this. The times where we've let weeds get a little bit too tall or a little bit too big or a little bit too thick, and we get forced in a corner and make bad herbicide decisions. I want to focus on what we need to do going forward. Some of these we need to start over with our weed control program and start with a fall burn down and fall residual program, followed by a spring residual program, followed by a nice post program to get it finished off. In some cases, we're going to need to use the Liberty Link and the Credenz technology, or we're going to need to use the dicamba and the Extend technology, or we're going to need to use the new 2,4-D and Enlist technology as it comes online. But anytime we use those new technologies, we're going to have to understand the conditions in which we can apply. We're going to have to understand the complexities and nuances of all those different application methods, and we're going to have to understand the risk to the fields around us and what could happen if things go wrong. These are real important conversations to have with your FSAs as you're taking on and deciding what herbicide programs you're going to use for next year and how we're going to control what the real problem is. These technologies that have come onto the market are important for us to win the battle in hard to control weeds. We need to protect and do the best job of making those applications and communicating with our neighbors and our field sales agronomists on what our plans are to have a successful outcome for all involved. As always, be safe, and we'll see you next week.